Hi, I'm Dipti Trehan. I'm a physician from Texas. Today is August 23, 2024. We continue today with the second part of the syndrome called GIFT, Government-Inflicted Familial Trauma, seen in parents and children who are victims of Family Court CPS DCFS. Today's focus is on the victim parent. To understand how GIFT presents itself in the victim parent, I have divided the categories into 3 with further subcategories where needed. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible. Category 1. Personal impact on the victim parent. The subcategories to this are mental health impact on the victim parent, physical health impact, financial impact, social impact, professional or job impact. Some of the most distressing symptoms being reported by victim parents across the nation are attention deficit, memory loss, inability to perform basic acts of living such as brushing, bathing, driving, cleaning, cooking, nail and hair care. Another major symptom is sleep disturbance. One of the first things I noticed when I joined an online Texas support group for victims of family court, we were all up at around 2 a.m. messaging on social media. There's a term for this early morning awakening. It is called terminal insomnia. Terminal. Is that word ominous? Yes. Ominous consequences are what the U.S. government imposters, masquerading as public servants, occupying our taxpayer-paid buildings, have inflicted on us under the color of law. What they are doing to us and our children is called domestic terror. Victim parents are suffering severe disabling PTSD, depression, anxiety, substance use in their attempts to self-treat, suicidality. Many victims have died as a result of these war crimes perpetrated by the U.S. government imposters masquerading as public servants. The physical health consequences include, but are not limited to, the following: autoimmune conditions, chronic pain, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, drastic weight fluctuations, hair and skin changes, heart attacks, strokes. There is severe financial abuse of victims being inflicted by the government agencies. The victims have lost almost all or all of their savings, their retirement, their children's college funds. They have had to sell their homes and other assets. The social consequences include social isolation due to loss of friendships and relationships, either directly from false narratives and slander against the victim parent by the imposters within the government agencies, or indirectly because the non-victims surrounding the victims are unable to comprehend the war crimes being committed against the victim parents by institutions that should be protecting them. The victims are hence isolated and ostracized. This is exactly the intent of the government imposters, severing of community support, making the victim parents even more vulnerable to being preyed upon. The loss of job and productivity is seen across the board amongst victims, irrespective of educational status. This is a result of multiple factors. Repeated court hearings that can last days at a time. The victims are often too anxious before and too depleted after these hearings to go to work. The health consequences of these war crimes further affects the victims' productivity. Many victims have been fired. Others have opted to apply for disability. The bulk of these victims were high functioning prior to being targeted by the perpetrators within the U.S. government agencies. Category 2 of the syndrome called GIFT, Government-Inflicted Familial Trauma, is the impact on family. The above consequences that I have listed severely impact the victim parent's ability to parent their children effectively and puts an unendurable strain on any relationships the victim may desire to have. Category 3, impact on the country. This affects us all. The U.S. government imposters' greed is a black hole that can never be filled. Their crimes against we the people across the nation has resulted in millions of American citizens suffering from severe health consequences, loss of productivity, draining of finances, disability, and death, creating a significant economic burden on the country. It is very important that we recognize the syndrome for what it is and label it accurately. Government inflicted familial trauma. Gift. I am certain that in the near future, the syndrome will be studied on a massive nationwide scale. For now, my findings are based on extensive histories and notes that I have taken over the last year during discussions with countless victim parents and youth survivors of family courts, CPS, DCFS across the country. My findings are backed by several healthcare workers, many of whom are also victims themselves. The damages incurred by us and our children are far-reaching, multi-generational, and irreversible. These consequences are not sustainable for us as a country. And now, we the people demand cease and desist, return of families, life imprisonment for our perpetrators, and massive reparations. Please sign up for the We the People order served on SCOTUS. The link is embedded in my profile. You can email your case details, case number, county, state, judge name to courtvictims@gmail.com. The We the People order has victims pouring in from all across the nation. We the people are uniting. My advice to our perpetrators? Run. We the people know. We say no. Thank you.